Thank you so much. Hi guys.
Hi.
Do you mind if I take a quick video of you guys?
Sure.
Okay. Ask away, Jason. You start asking questions.
Okay. So what brought you all here today?
Exactly. You guys did. Yes, we're Midnight to here.
Yes, we enjoy supernatural TV shows and nerdery, and we enjoy you all. So this is why.
Awesome. That's a damn good answer. I'm going to use that. All right. You just got to ask me that same question.
Okay, so I guess I'll start first. Standard question. Yes.
Can you read that?
My writing is chicken scratch.
That's awesome.
It's kind of like the craziness
Like you're a
in
doctor.
my mind goes with the neatness that I try to portray outside. So talk to me about the trajectory of your characters for this season. What we saw where they started off in the pilot, and then how does that change moving forward, and how do you think, because you said that both of you have read the book series, so how does that differ in Shape's books?
That's a
All
hard
you,
question.
buddy.
That's a hard question because you can't really tell you what the characters changes without giving away the evolution of the story. Yeah. And as far as the books go, we aren't the books. We are the world that Charlene created. We have more space and time, so I think some of the linear events are going to be different, but so much of it's being honored. So I think it's kind of a best of both worlds things. You get the story, you get the characters, but you also get a bigger, fuller realization of what they already know. You're not just repeating material.
Our show's action-packed. Yeah. I mean, it's exhausting in the best way. Yeah. So I hope that you guys love it because you're in for a real treat. Like if episode 1 and 2 we're barely touching the surface, like by episode 5 we're just cranking. We go from 0 to 200 miles per hour. So I think that I love the books, and there was obviously so much action, but I think that because we have 10 episodes, Monica did a brilliant job of combining 3 books worth of information and packing it every moment. It's right when there's a romantic moment, there's 4 action sequences. So it's just a whirlwind of fun.
Can you talk about Olivia? I mean, she's the badass one of the town. I mean, how much fun is that to play? And can you talk about how much we're actually going to learn? I mean, you can't say anything specifically, but how much we're going to learn about her, because she mentioned a dad in one of the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, in the pilot. And her dad is a huge threat. For as powerful as she is, her dad is a constant threat in her life and will be till the day she dies. And Monica and I have talked about that. Come season 2, fingers crossed, there'll be a lot more there. We readdress it a few times as the season goes on, and you do learn more about why she's cautious of her father, why she's running, and actually also why she does what she does for a living. She's had an incredibly painful childhood that goes back to her mom and dad, and we learn about that through the series, and I think that you start to learn why she's so protective of her fellow Midnighters. And, Olivia's not the type to say, I love you, but she does it in so many other ways. And she'll risk her life for any of those people in town. And that's due to her she learned to be a survivor at a young age, and I think that quality stays with her through the series.
Other than your own characters, do you have a favorite resident in the town?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Favorite resident? I mean, Fiji's pretty easy to love because she's awesome.
She's so lovable.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Fiji.
And then Yoel's pretty
weird
and
which
fun.
Is awesome.
Which is awesome. Even our cat is pretty awesome.
Oh my god, the cat's amazing. Honestly,
I love his voice too.
Mr. Snuggly. He's so amazing. I love Bernardo.
Bernardo.
You two together, I remember telling you this. They have this scene, I think it's episode 7 or something, but
It's with the two of them, and it's so beautiful. And I just like, I don't know, you guys, you two together warm my heart, and he's like such an important part of the story, and I feel like
Full Midnighter.
yeah, he is.
It's
I'm glad
that's
to
a
hear
good
that
question.
Bernardo's like still around. Like
Absolutely.
I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah,
Bernardo's
you'll
the
be
man.
seeing him. You'll be seeing him.
Yeah.
So this is supernatural stuff. So we have some CGI
I
stuff.
love your hair.
Oh.
Olivia might steal that and put it in her closet.
Feel free. I'll know that I had some sort of positive impact. So yeah, so CGI stuff, and then it seems like they were mentioning that there's a lot of practical things.
Tons.
Okay, so can you talk a little bit about working with those effects and how that either helps or hinders in the
You mean working with the special effects?
Yes.
Oh,
It depends on, I mean, sometimes it's more difficult, sometimes it's easier. It depends on what you have to pretend and the technical things of it.
yeah.
We were pretty well supported, both in our practical. Like one of my favorites is when we were all like going into town. We got to fight a bunch of things. I'm about to give something away, and I pulled back.
Yeah.
But I'm out there with fellow cast members, and we're attacking things, and they gave us stuntmen to actually attack. It was the 10-year-old boy in me was very much like, yes, I'm doing this for pay.
Fighting the good fight.
But having a lot of most of our nemesis, we had some practical aspect there, and it does help, like getting the visuals on these awesome costumes and really incredible FX makeup that
But sometimes, excuse me.
We'll just cut that out.
I said, excuse me. But the other thing is, like, for the stuff that's not CGI, like, I am trained in a number of different, with a number of different weapons, and there was one day where I'm using a sniper, and that scene got pushed forward like 3 days, and I'm actually like, I have my eye on moving targets, and so that was like a moment where I was like, thank God I've been training every single day, because if I had just waited to train for the proper scenes, then I would have never been prepared for those moments. And there's also like crazy wind conditions and ice, and there's all of this stuff that happens in Albuquerque when you're filming where scenes got moved around every single day. And so I feel like part of the difficulty is, like, if it's not CGI, is just being willing to be flexible on such a fast moving show, because we're non-stop in action, there's always something happening, and depending on the scheduling or the weather, our schedule could change daily. So it was like being willing to go with the flow and be prepared no matter what.
Jason, can you talk about playing what I assume is an angel?
I can't say that part.
Yeah, okay.
I err on the side of the costume.
I know,
I'm on the poster with wings, so I think it's been given away.
What can you tell us about, the angel side of things this season?
I love the role. I love the role because I think it has two aspects. One of my favorite quotes, and I don't know who I'm stealing it from, is the hardest fight in life is against our own cynicism. As we learn more, we become more cynical, and that sucks because it should be the other way around. And I think that the characters had to stick around for as long as he does. There's a certain wisdom that comes from that it'd be really easy to just be cynical and be hateful and worn out of the human condition, and yet somehow he's managed to hold on to his sense of humanity and hope. I think for me as an actor getting to play that character, we as storytellers do service to the world by illuminating it a little bit, and this character gets to do some of that, that you're not alone struggling with this life. Did that answer anything like your question?
Yes, no, it was great. Yeah, one more? Or I just want to talk about your Olivia and Peter Mensa's character. Like, that relationship is super awesome. Can you talk about working with him and a little bit? Yeah. It was unexpected and it was fun,
Thank you. I do love it. I was blown away. I remember reading the pilot and learning about leeching for the first time, and I talked to Monica, and I was like, okay, so this is like more intimate than sex, right? Like, this is like deep. And she was like, yes. And I was like, I get it. And when I was reading it, I think because of the work that I had done to recognize not only how angry Olivia was, but the hurt behind it all, told me like, oh my God, if there was a way that we could like flip our fingers and our pain would go away, wouldn't we all want that? And you know, that's what Peter's character does for my character, and in turn she's giving him life, so he doesn't have to go feed on other humans. And my God, what a gift she is to him. And so they have this like deep connection and unspoken bond that I've never had the chance to play on screen before, and I don't think he has either. I don't know, I won't speak for him, but I know that when we talked about it, we really were like grateful. We just kept going back to like, so much about them doesn't need to be spoken, and that's the deepest kind of connection, and we really always wanted to like keep that and maintain that, because on the outside you got a vampire and an assassin, like what? What? How's that gonna work? And it's like our point was to prove that, you know, love can bridge anything. Get it? Lemon Bridger.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.